So, with the video POV, the PE teacher flirting with a strong-minded woman, I'm definitely working on a part 2 now, because during today when I was on placement, I received a comment saying, oh, I'm going to get a part 2, and then when I came home, I received so many comments saying, I'm still going to be a part 2, of people saying it's relatable. And it can be quite relatable. It doesn't have to always be the PE teacher and strong-minded English teacher or English teacher flirting. Like, it could be any type of teachers. I remember from when I was in high school, this was like now the UK, the British high schools. I had 2 art teachers flirting. So there was no PE teacher and English teacher flirting. There was just 2 art teachers flirting. So I only had my 2 art teachers flirting, just the same department. So those 2 teachers of mine were in the same department, but in the video, those 2 were from different departments, and it was like a strong-minded English teacher saying to the PE teacher, "No, I'm not flirting with you. We're colleagues." I'm working on a part 2 because many of you have commented that I'm waiting for a part 2. I just thought I wanted to hop on and basically talk about things like, when I read through the comments, sometimes I don't read through the comments, and if I don't, then that means your comment might not get liked. Or I might like a comment but not read it. But I prefer normally reading comments and liking it. Depends on if there are nice comments or mutual comments. If they're neutral comments, I just like them anyway. Like is like, love is love. But anyway, I wanted to hop on here is, this is, so today at my placement, just before my client came, even though my client did come late, I need to set my boundaries with the lateness. Anyway, so just before my client came, I was in the office with the staffs at my placement, and somewhere in February, I did show him a picture of my betrothed fiance something. So he is sort of my fiance, like our parents. Well, I wouldn't say our parents, because my mom, who's a European German, who wasn't brought up with an Islamic background, never knew about Islam. She only learned a little bit about Islam from me and my brother and my siblings. My father never really taught her about Islam, and their marriage was actually really rushed. My father never really cared for my mom, and when it came, so my father basically has gotten in touch with, I don't know if that guy's father is my father's friends. If they are friends, then that is nice. However, today my placement were a little too concerned, because I just had to blurt out everything. Like, I remember when I was 15 years old in 2017, we went to Pakistan. My dad booked tickets to Pakistan because apparently his father, his sister, and his cousins arranged a marriage between my eldest sister and a guy from my father's cousin's son. My sister didn't know the guy. No one knew the guy. And then it was like a really rushed, forced marriage. And yeah, and then we found out that guy raped my sister on the wedding night, and raped her basically, no, not just on the wedding night, but our days that we stayed in Pakistan, he stayed with her and he raped her, because obviously rape is only if the person if the other party does not consent to you having sex with them. And that's with my sister. She didn't know the guy. She didn't want to have sex with someone who she didn't know. She's not a whore. So he raped her. And basically, I was 15 years old back then. I came out of high school with only one GCSE, that was GCSE Maths, but I did not have any I did not know about any relevant agencies, except especially the one about honor-based violence, like forced marriage and sexual violence, abuse. So I did not have any of those helplines in with me. And thinking back, it sometimes really breaks my heart. I'm trying so hard not to cry whilst filming myself, but it breaks my heart that I could not do anything to help stop the wedding, that I did not know much about the wedding. But I I don't want to go back in time and change everything, because in 2018, because my sister was raped, she got pregnant, and my ex-brother-in-law, because he cheated on my sister, and we kind of went through that divorce thing. Because he raped her, they have a daughter together, and I absolutely adore my niece so much. She's 5, turning 6 in June, and I absolutely adore her, so I would not change anything for her except my attitude. Sorry, but I will, because I could not protect my sister from a marriage, forced marriage, and divorce later, I will protect my niece in all cases. Now, my father has also decided to get my elder sister married off again to someone who's closer to her age, who has similar experience, could be my stepfather, and I'm just like, but also again, he has also got one for my sister and one for me. So the one for me is in London. I don't know him. I just seen a picture of him and seen this little bit of his CV, which I don't know why. And basically, I'm not going to mention any names, but to be honest, this what is brought up in placement today, and this that one stuff, I love them all in my placement. Mentioned about that Channel 4, I think it's in Channel 4, Married at First Sight. If you know this show, Married at First Sight, comment down below if Married at First Sight is on Channel 4, which channel it is. But they mentioned about Married at First Sight, which I definitely loathe. I don't like getting married at first sight, like Elsa from Frozen saying you can't marry a man that you just met. And again, my placement mentor also had a conversation with me today. He also said he needed to send an email to my tutor. So next week, if my tutor wants to speak to me next week, I will, and I will tell them all about my side of the story. And I understand where they were coming from, because obviously my placement and my tutor and everyone has a duty of care to protect me, just as I have a duty of care to protect my clients. It goes like in a chain reaction, protecting my clients, and then my mentor, my supervisor, my tutor all protect me. It's like, sorry, there's something. It's normal, like, and that's good. And one thing I really picked up is like I need to watch that show. So comment down below, where is Married at First Sight aired in? Like, which channel is Married at First Sight? Because I want to watch that show, because I don't understand why people getting married at first sight. I mean, it could end up in a good marriage or not. There's always pros and cons to everything. But it's just, I wanted to hop on to make people aware of this. It's getting serious, and I also blurted out things that I always kept deep inside, which I shouldn't. And yeah, for next time, I've got since I started studying counseling and health and social care, I've got some very good helplines and a very good backup team on my back. So yeah, my decision and choice is, obviously I will be physically and attracted to his body, but also first comes inner beauty. So that's what I'm looking at. But that was only arranged by my father, who gave me that picture in his CV. Now, I can also tell you, if you remember my channel, there is this series called Secret Affairs. When I first started the series, I used some of Taylor Swift's songs and romantic songs. Soon, I later decided, because TikTok was taking off so many songs, I said, you know what, why do I need to lip sync any songs when I can write my own? I'm a writer, I can write my own script. So I started writing more of my own script for The Secret Affairs about Lynn and Jake. Now, in that romantic story, Lynn did marry Arshad and Jake married another girl, but both their marriage ended in divorce. And Jake is based on a nice guy, a European British guy who I met on a Wellbeing Champion course. It was a 4 session week course, and yeah, on a 4 session week, just got in touch on Facebook. We started talking. On the first session, I really felt really flattered by his good sense of humor and his jokes. And later, when we started talking more, I fell in love with him. And I told him that he didn't feel the same with me. So it's like a one-sided love. And we just ended up being friends. We just talk as friends, not as a couple or something. And I respect that he does not have feelings for me. And yeah. Maybe the right guy will come, but now I need to concentrate on my placement and degree, and also creating that part 2 for the PE teacher floods with the English teacher, strung by the English teacher. So yeah, make sure that you'll be careful. I might want to tag in some helplines to help you, because I got some really good helplines now that I never knew when I was 15, which I really needed at that time.